let's go over some things that I've kind of notated and hopefully can cover many of them. So when we brush our knee, we know that we are at white crane and we need to brush our knee. Okay? But how do we do that? When white crane spreads its wings, we know that the left foot is totally extended with the knee, and we know the parameters of where the baby finger. Can you try to bring that arm closer, then brush, then bisect? So here it is, bring it in closer, then bisect. So right now, most of us are bisecting way out there. We are like this and we're bisecting. But I think it's prettier if you bring it closer, then bisect. So can we do that? Okay, so let's put our left foot on the line, drag the right one back, then white crane. So all I'm asking you to do is the top hand, bring it closer to you. The elbow is down. Then bisect. Then look back. Then brush knee. Okay? Again, weight on the back. Brush, white crane spreads its wings. Drop your front foot. Bring the arm closer to you. Then bisect. Then look back. Then brush knee. One more time, and then I'm going to get good so that the next time after this I'm going to watch. White crane spreads its wings. Drop your front foot, bring the hand closer to you, then bisect, then look back. Okay? Once you have your crane, don't bisect out here. Bring it closer to you, bring it closer to you. So how do you bring it closer? White crane? Show me white crane. Bring it closer. Show me, bring it closer. Show me. Bring it closer, okay? Okay. One motion now, don't be too hesitant, just come down. So it'll be blended into a natural movement. So white crane, closer, then down. Okay, and you don't even have to think about it. Okay, so work on that one. I don't know how to explain this too well, but I can point, if I could go back to the videos and show you. Sometimes when we have this spiraling here, everything should flow nicely. There shouldn't be any twist of hand or contortion of the face just because it's a movement that's lending itself to it. So everything that we do is in one piece. You don't have to contort or do something with the hand, which is another contortion. So once you have it here, it's one piece. Because you don't have to worry about the hand because your hips and waist are pushing you to that formation. But once I see this little twist of thing, I feel that the student did not understand. So once you set it up, one piece, okay? When we repulse the monkey now, the toe leads the movement. The toe leads the movement. The heel cannot lead the movement. It's too hard. It's too risky. You've weighted back on the back foot. The toe lifts up and reaches back. Okay? The heel does not, it's too hard because there's too much on my heel, too much weight on the heel. It's better to keep it pretty weightless and then lead with the toe, just the way we do cloud hands with our toe and not our heel.
Since we were on white crane, there's one point where you can practice and display one of the assuming optimum body positions gravitational wise. You finish here, and rather than lurch forward, you're here, total control, optimum body position. You could stay here almost all day, minimum amount of energy just to assume this, but it makes all the difference in the world when somebody says, hey, this guy has control. And for you, you get the feeling that's what it feels like to get into a favorable gravitational body alignment. Because go ahead and try it. Just from this position, let's say should be able to come here, up, and just hold it.
So you really would understand the term rooted. You post it down, you're drilled down, and you're secure. So lots of things we sort of see and understand, but then do we apply it to our own movements? That's a thing, okay? And yeah, we could all be happy with it, but we all want, to me, for the time we spend on doing Tai Chi, we want to kind of bring it up a little bit more. We want to be told, or we want to see where we can improve. That's where I'm coming from, okay? Young 16, try to listen for support as if you were learning for the first time. Commencing form, shift weight, open, rotate, deep breath, tuck the elbows, drop the wrist, shoulders, flex knees. Part the wild horse's mane. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, form your ball, shift your weight, second and final parting of the wild horse's mane. Half step forward, spin the ball, left hand comes up, rock the front foot, set it on its toe, extend the knee of the right. Bring that top hand closer, then drop, then swirl back, lift up the front, extend the knee, turn the hips and waist, brush knee one. Sit back, twist out, make sure you have a spiral going to your shoulder, set out, turn hips, brush knee two. Sit back, twist out, fist, high, up, heel, deflect, parry, and then punch. Touch, roll back on a spiral up, and then forward. Sit back, twist, twist, hook, T, out L, single whip. Half step swirl, rock, play your lute. Drop, center, higher, glance, weight on the back, lift, lead with the toe, repulse one. Center, weight on the back, lead with the toe, extend, repulse two. Pivot, pirouette with the hands not right, twist out with the heel, hands correct, L stance, turn, shuttle. Sit back, twist in, shift weight, hold ball, L stance, spin, turn, shuttle, right. Half step to the back, across the hips and waist, set up the top hand, bend your waist. One hand, two hands, then your foot touch, extend the knee, flash arms. Sit back, sit down. Twist 12 o'clock. 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Two things happen. Ball and T, clearly out on an L, ward off, pause, turn hips and waist, sit down, sit back, look back, contact, turn, push from the center. Spiral back on a semicircle, spiral out. Sit back, sit down. Round out with a ball, L stance, pause. Turn hips and waist, grasp the bird's tail, contact, push out, separate and roll back, and spiral up forward. Sit back, sit down, twist, open, in, shift weight, tuck right hand, rotate, push from your core, separate, wear your mittens, drop your shoulder. Close your form. Okay, so here, sit back, 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock. We'll get to that part. 12 o'clock. Last cloud hands. The feet get goofy because, so in the few performances that I've seen online, some people don't turn it into a T. I think getting into a T before we ward off, it's okay. So I think you're asking about the end. How do you form your ball to get into a, after the last cloud hand, final, you just post on the left and then you do what you can on the right, which is, for me, turning it into a T. Okay, let's try it. Okay? Easier sometimes done than said. Push out. Sit back. Twist, 12 o'clock. Hips and waist, 9 o'clock. 12 o'clock. 3 o'clock, two things happen. 12 o'clock. Two things happen, 9 o'clock. 12 o'clock. Close the step, flip the hands. When you form your ball, just turn it into a T. And then out. I couldn't see you, but were you able to get it better? One more time? Did anybody else have, does anyone else have that feeling that maybe they're not doing something exactly right? Yeah, I could identify with it also. Okay, so let's do it one more time. Okay, right foot out, sit back. Okay, here we go. 3 o'clock, flip the hands, close the feet, form your ball, T stance. Does it require some practice? Maybe. Anybody else having, is it getting smoother? Can you get it a little bit? Yeah. So I would say form your ball at the same time you form your T. Yeah. And then, like Ken says, don't be in a rush. Once we feel the panic to get in a rush, we screw up. So just calm down, okay? And we're practicing, okay? Good question, good explanations, but it does require practice. Pivot, is it from single whip, pivot, pirouette, out, in, out, this is a, yeah. Ah, you're right. Our cameraman is right. After you do, we knew that. And this is Mike's question. Before you form your ball, you shift your weight, you form your T. And that's very practical because I posted myself and then I turn to our T and then I'm warding off. All right. Twist, twist, out, in, out, This one now, don't go too far. Am I doing it right? So some of our students really, or I say lots of our students really love Tai Chi, but there are some who love it because they feel they have this freedom to dance around, to make it in a short way. They give it all their might to push around like this. But our Tai Chi is not flowery like that. It's disciplined and in control. And sometimes we see that and we appreciate their vigor, or whatever you call it, enthusiasm for doing Tai Chi, but we have to somehow caution them to kind of, bring it back and not go out too far. But they're telling us, obviously, they really enjoy it, but then it's a discipline, so you can still enjoy it within parameters. That's perfect. That's an example of how the different forms of the Yang family of Tai Chi are spin-offs. They're tweaked, but they're similar. So I can understand where Nathan explaining something very easy for me to gravitate to. But then I was teaching you cloud hands from single whip. And Victor's over here says, no, it's flash arms. But can you see that when I'm in single whip, it's almost like the 24, but then it's the short way of doing the 10 form. So all these nuances really are good for our mind in that we have to sift it out. But then yet, drawing those comparisons or similarities, to me, make the mind even stronger to say, hey, that's something like that, or whatever. Very good. Do you follow me? Okay.
That's why we have our 44. Just add them all together and push it.
I think we went over this. Yeah? We're in a bow stance. Alleviate the weight, but you're going to turn on the pivoted back foot, turn on the front foot. Then what do you do with this other hand, okay? You know you have to swirl that guy. Bring that guy back, create a circle or a spiral like this. So you bring it down, create a circle to come up this way, okay? Okay?